Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? We are back. Oh, we've completed the JavaScript modules yesterday, but instead of about 300 hours, I don't think I spent anywhere near 300 hours. So this is now done. We've taken that off. So now we're going to move on to the front end library stuff. Yeah, got the certification yesterday, which was awesome. Now we're going to move into that. I don't think so. Based on what people said in chat, we're not going to be doing Bootstrap. We're not going to do jQuery. We're going to jump straight into Sass, React, Redux, that, and then boom, move in project. So I think there isn't that much 9, 47, 17, 10. So we might do get all of these done in this first session and then come back and jump straight into these projects. So yeah, let's see. Actually, before I do that, I do need to finish off our notes from yesterday. So the cash register was the last one. Let's see. What do we need? We need Visual Studio Code. All right. So let's see. Yeah. So this can go away. That can go away too. Object.keys. Yeah, that was to fix the other one. Let me know if the music's too loud. Right. So this was basically our solution, right? Yeah. Just a lot of code, but it works. Okay, let's go and copy that in. That's going to be solution number 1. Yep. We do need solution 2, which is right here. Okay. Hey Seducho, what's going on, man? Welcome back. How you doing? All right. What else we got? How you doing, man? Whoa, what is this? Just looking for some beats, not some. All right, we're gonna play this again. Oh, good man, you early today? Yeah. Today is kind of like a day off because Thanksgiving. Companies, everyone's taking a holiday, so coming on early. Man, we did a 7-hour stream last night, so we might do a 12-hour today. We finished off the JavaScript section, man. Yesterday was done, so JS and data structures is done. Got the certification. I'm moving on to front end library stuff today. But before we do that, I want to copy our notes. Okay, yeah, the good one too. Okay, I think this one is don't do bootstrap. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do. Oh, stopped. Yeah, not gonna do bootstrap or jQuery. We're gonna jump straight into Sass. I think everyone was telling me that yesterday too. Don't do bootstrap and jQuery. Apparently, no one uses those anymore. Okay. What do you use for your projects? I think you're building a mobile app, right? Which is different. Yeah, I checked. Yeah, I checked out your website. I saw a little thing. It's like an Android something. Solution. Yeah, let's make this one too. Man, ever since the new update, my Mac is just so slow. And it only happens when I stream. It's the new. I think there's a bug with the new OS update. They messed something up big time. Okay, that one's good. Roman numeral. Don't think I've added the codes in here. People still use Bootstrap, but it's a pain when you're learning. I use Tailwind. Tailwind CSS. Should be something good to pick up after you've come to CSS and SAS. Okay. Tailwind, no? Rapidly build modern websites without ever leaving your HTML. Oh, directly in the HTML? Interesting. An API for your design system. It's tiny in production. Very cool. All right, we'll check that out. I have a small gift for you to ruin my laptop? What do you mean? Ruin it? I have to claim it. Ooh, what is this? Okay, so that was my solution. Goodest link, I think, is a sticker pack, but I'm also not sure. Alright. But why would it ruin my laptop, man? It's already slow. You see how, like, it only happens when I'm streaming too? I don't understand. Maybe it's just a Twitch app. Look at that. Okay, what is this? What? You only just spend $256? Bro, I ain't spending $256, man. I sent the redemption code on this. Oh, okay, okay. So free with voucher code. Okay, nice, nice, nice. It's for developers and stuff, huh? Okay. Shop.dev.to. Okay. Thanks. So I gotta go. Where's the code? Special gift 2020. Check out. Shipping address. Does it need a shipping address? I would assume this would be a online thing. Continue to shipping. Free shipping. Okay. Dude, I don't know what I'm buying. It would be something like this. Let's check it out. How did you get a free voucher though? Oh, sick! Bro, I'm hyped. Oh my god, I'm hyped. Alright, alright, alright. Because of COVID stuff, some companies aren't shipping, so. Shipping to. Oh, they're not shipping to South Africa? Oh, bro. Alright. How did you get the voucher code? Apply. Okay, how do I show you? Alright. Being part of Dev 2. Oh, did you pay for that? Hang on, I need to get what's my phone? Um 142238. So that's my pin for my delivery. Yo, that just completely wiped off. Okay. It completely wiped off $256, bro. You're an author there? Okay, I'll check you out. Straight after I complete this purchase. Same as shipping address. Yeah. Pay now. Hey, look at that. Your order has been confirmed. Download shop to track package. Hang on. Okay. I don't want to show the thing, but thanks so much, man. That'd be sick. I don't think it's gonna ruin my laptop. It's gonna make it slick. Awesome. What I do need is this. Not like super riding auto, but participating, which encourages you to anytime you feel like it. Okay. I want to show this up, but I can't because it's going to show the code. But yeah, I got it, man. Thanks so much. We're going to wait. It says order ship within 3 to 7 days, and by the time it gets here, it's probably be another week or so. Oh, the code is used, so no one can use it anymore. All right, cool. All right, here it is. Thanks for your purchase. I saved 200. Oh, you can see my address now. Crap. Anyway, we're gonna delete the stream. Hopefully, no one saw my address. Sweet, awesome, man. Thanks. I think before I put this on YouTube, I need to. What's the word? Yeah, I need to. I didn't think about that. Whatever. Y'all know where I live now. That's so funny. Noob streamer blur out. Yeah, I'd have to blur it out afterwards. I don't. Yeah, before I put on YouTube, I'll blur it out. You learn as you go, man. Dev.2, right? Yeah, I think you told me to post something about me learning to code on here. I made 100 high quality illustrations totally for free. Use it anywhere. Okay, sick. All right, so let's add this to our bookmarks. Dev community. Just bookmarks. All right, I will check that out. But man, how many stickers are they gonna send? That's worth $256 though. Man, I think I'm gonna have to build a desktop like that because my laptop's not handling it, for the streaming part at least. Price is just to make sure people don't buy it by mistake. Oh right, you just get a code to get it for free. Okay, got it. Again, thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Again, free gifts. That's yeah, man. That's awesome. All right, so we spend the first 22 minutes buying stuff, which is okay. Roman numerals. Did I get my stuff in? Yep. Roman numerals Discord. Insufficient funds. How do I get rid of this sidebar? Is there a hide button somewhere? Look at that. Look at that. I think it's gonna be like solution. Very nice stuff. Okay, so that was our stuff. Indifferent ghost. Okay, so these guys are using reduce. Return Roman. Alright, cool. Front frameworks. Alright, let's do this. This can go away. I think this can go away for now. I don't think we need this. We'll leave the notes open. And I really don't know what to do about this lag. Like this wasn't the case when I first started streaming 2 months ago. Something's off on my laptop. Right, so if we go to activity. CPU. That doesn't look too bad, right? Oh, does it? 19%. So I've still got like 40% idle. CPU load. Memory. Discord. Is it Discord that's messing me up? Alright, let's close that. Yeah, quit. Disk. Yeah, not sure, man. Not sure. Windows server CPU time 14 hours. Maybe I just need to restart my computer or something. Going on for that long time. Who we got here? We got Tailon Code and Ecom Coder. What's going on? What is up? Alright, okay. Google Chrome up. Whatever, we'll just crack on. We're gonna start with SAS. Hopefully the fact that I haven't done these two is not gonna cause issues while doing this. Alright. Introduction to SAS challenges. SAS or syntax. That's what that means. Syntactically awesome style sheets is a language extension of CSS. It has features that are not available using the basic syntax. SAS makes it easier for developers to simplify and maintain the style sheets for their projects. SAS can extend CSS language because it is a preprocessor. It takes the code written using SAS syntax and converts it into basic CSS. This allows you to create variables, and CSS rules. Okay, there are two syntaxes available for SAS. First one is known as SCSS, which is sassy CSS. And it's used for other challenges and an extension of the. Okay, this means that every valid CSS style sheet is a valid SCSS file with the same meaning. Files using syntax have the .scss extension. The second older syntax, known as indented syntax, sometimes just SAS, uses an indentation rather than brackets to indicate. Okay. Okay, not really sure what that means entirely, but okay, let's go ahead. Store data with the SAS variable. What we got here? Got a header, H2. Okay. One feature of SAS that's different than CSS, it uses variables. They are declared and set to store data similar to JavaScript. In JavaScript, variables are defined using let and const. In SAS, variables start with the dollar followed by the variable name. Couple examples. Main fonts, headings, color green. To use variables h1, color, dollar headings, color. Okay, cool. One example where variables are useful is when a number of elements need to be the same color. If that color is changed, the only place that the code is a variable value. Create a variable text color and set it to red. Then change the value of the color property for the blog post. So all of these and h2 to text color variable. Okay, so it wants me to do what do we do? Do a dollar. Text color. Set it to red, right? Red. And change the value of the color property of the blog post. And h2 as well. So we can just copy that, put it right here. Everything should now be red. Apparently not. No. Hang on. To use variables, color, text color. Oh, sorry, I put in the header. H2 is already in there. Not the header, right. right. I missed that completely. Okay. Timeout. What's the timeout? Reset. I don't know why it timed out. Try it one more time. So dollar text color is red. Just indentation. Instead of red, we're gonna go dollar text color, right? Okay. Timeout again. I don't understand why it's timing out. Is FreecodeCamp having issues? Failed to load server 404. Data. I think FreecodeCamp's down. Server responding with a 404. I mean, my test looks fine. So I set it back to red. Okay. Alright. So maybe not. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Color, headings color, that. Headings color is green. So yeah, dollar text color, right? Okay, I don't know why it didn't. Okay, it works now. Try refreshing the page. Yeah, okay. Yep, that worked. Next, CSS with SAS. So SAS allows nesting of CSS rules, which is a useful way of organizing style sheet. Normally, each element is targeted on a different line. Nav, right? For a large project, the CSS file will have many lines and rules. This is where nesting can help organize your code by placing child style rules within the respective parent elements. So we're nesting UL. So all of these are going to be red. Is that what we said? Okay, use nesting technique shown above to reorganize the CSS rules for both children of blog post. So that would be H1 and P tags. For testing purposes, H1 should come before the P element. Okay. Oh. So like this. Oh, even the H1. Actually, no. But that didn't. What did that do? Text align. Should we organize this? Start sheet. Normally each element is like a different line. Nav UL, nav UL. Oh, okay. For the larger project, CSS file. Oh, so I know that. Okay, so I don't have to go nav UL, nav ULLI. I just know nav UL, nav UL. Okay, got it. So this would basically be blog post H1, blog post P. Yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. 22%. Let's go. We've only done two things. We're already at 22%. Create reusable CSS with mixins. Mixins. I remember mixins. In style, a mixin is a group of CSS decoration that can be reused throughout the style sheet. Newer CSS features take time before they are fully adopted and ready to use. There's a lot of typing to rewrite. All of this rule for the elements that have a box shadow, or to change each value to test different effects. Mixins are like functions for CSS. Here's how to write one. Mixin box shadow $x $y $blur $c. The definition starts with @mixin followed by a custom name. The parameters are optional. Now, at any time a box shadow rule is needed, only a single line for calling the mixin places. Okay. Right. And all of these will basically take on these values, right? But how does it know that's X, that's Y? I guess that's just the order of it. Fair enough. Write in mixin for border radius. At mixin border radius. Give it a $radius parameter. Then use the border radius mixin to give awesome element a border radius of 15. Want to become famous? Hey, how thought we fixed that one? Alright, let's see. Nightbot. You block people from posting, but you don't block actual bots. What is going on? Login with Twitch. Spam protection. Filter. Blacklist words and phrases. Disable. Oh no, sorry. Enable options. Oh, one entry per line. That's where I messed up. All right. So if someone posts that again, they should be blocked. I don't know why they do that. I don't think anyone's stupid enough to click on those links. Especially not on seems like it's working. Hey, learning some SAS. Hey man, hey, what's up? Yeah, doing some SAS today. We finished off the JavaScript FreecodeCamp section yesterday, so moving on to this. Yeah, it's going good. How about you? I can't believe it took me the whole 7 hours to do the last project yesterday. That one was painful. It took so long, but it was worth it. All right, what are we doing? Mix in border radius dollar, and then I need to set this to, how do you do that? Include, add include, directive. Include border, and looks like we do one of these. Border radius 15. Oh, it needs to be a function. All right. So it looks like we do this, and then this is gonna set 15. No. What you got through honestly a lot more through failure. Alarm has been banging my head against the wall a few hours at a time. Yep. That's basically been my learning so far. Awesome, man. Alright, I am not confused. Include box shadow. Okay, so this is fine. So when I create the mixin, it's add mixin, the name of the thing, the parameter it's going to take in, or the argument it's going to take in, which is going to be $radius. And what do we need to set it to? We need to set it to, I guess, a new line would probably help. Oh no, I need one of these. Border radius is $radius. Hey, look at that. It's working. It's working. I feel like we need to take notes on these. It will come back. What was this called? SASS, right? Kind of like variables, but they're more like functions. Alright, let's go. So it's gonna be in a JavaScript. Does it have the CSS stuff in there? SCSS. SAS. There we go. Mix in border radius that. I forget how you write comments on there. Is it? Okay, that works. Creating mix in. Okay, very cool. Dorano, what's up, man? Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a long time. Just a normal function which you can use. You can declare function spelled with the FUNK. Nice. With mix it and call it with include. Nothing special here, just like function JavaScript. Okay, awesome. How you doing, man? It's been a while. So function. Code, using and include. All right, that makes sense. Hey, it's failing. Your code should include. What? It wants to include all of that? Okay. Alright, sure. We can do that. Right, yeah. WebKit border radius. Moz. Confusingly enough, there are functions in SAS as well, but used a lot less frequently. Okay. Interesting. Maybe they'll cover it here. Let's add these in here too. Okay. 33%. Okay, not yet. Not yet. We haven't made the first 100 yet. The first 100 goes straight to FreecodeCamp. Use @if and @else to add logic to your styles. The if directive in SAS is useful to test for a specific case. It works like an if statement in JavaScript. Ooh, look at that. Mixins. If directive. Mixin, make bold, $bool. If $bool is equal to true. Man, look at that. It's like JavaScript stuff. And just like in JavaScript, else if, else. Okay. Yeah, whatever. If the $value equals danger, color red. If it equals alert, yellow. If the value success, green. Okay. All right. So create a mixin. So we go @mixin. Code border stroke. It's gonna be something like this. What's it gonna take in? Takes the $val. Right. Hey, we have a box because include border stroke medium. Medium is the val. How does it know medium works right now? Interesting. Medium has no meaning right now. It's still adding red. Or was it red because I moved this? Oh, it was already red. Alright, never mind. The mission to check for the following conditions: if, else, if, and else. Okay. So @if. Oh, the add is gonna be difficult to remember. @if $val equals light. Okay, I get it. Equals light, then border stroke 1px solid black. So if I did light, is it there? I can't see. Maybe it's this border. Oh, okay. I'm still stuck on the JavaScript stuff. All right, equal. All right. There you go. We got the border now. All right. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. Else if $val equals medium. Confusing. Yeah. Trying to like keep in mind all of these different concepts. Border is going to be 3. Okay. This music's kind of getting dull now. I don't want to get copyright strike. That's the problem. Yeah, let's play this. Are you guys working today? Or do you have? I think it's Thanksgiving, right? So chilling with the family. Like, we don't do Thanksgiving in the UK, so. All right. Okay. The last condition: if else if $val double equals. Yep, we have the day off in States. Nice. Appreciate you hanging out with me instead of with the family, man. Oh, I guess it's like early morning there, right? Oh, it's midday, probably later on. Heavy. That's kind of why I'm on early too. So I work for an American company, so it's a day off, so I can start streaming earlier. $val equals heavy border 6 pixels solid black, and then if nothing that, then else. Oh, else there's no return in this. Else border none. Hey, look at that. Midday. First time I haven't gone home. Thanks, because due to COVID. Oh yeah. Is it the new law, or just you're just trying to be safe? Like UK's got heavy. Man, what happened today? I think I haven't checked. UK lockdown. I know they were doing something with the tiers. Here we go. New lockdown tiers that you need to know about. Brexit transition. Okay, that was a few days ago. I think it was announced yesterday, something. 3 hours ago, right? Most of England set to move into higher tier lockdown. Yeah, because we're still in lockdown. I think lockdown comes off next Wednesday. It's like December 3rd or something like that. And then after that, I'm gonna go into a different tier. Tier 1, rule of 6 applies. Tier 2, rule of 6 applies outdoors. Basically meaning you can't hang out in more than groups of 6. But there's no household mixing anywhere indoors. Okay. Tier 3, you can only meet other houses in outdoor spaces. Yeah, still very strict. Everything's shut. Yeah, I believe London new tiers. Man, how do I check? Hey, Thanksgiving is a weird holiday. The turkey thing tops it. Why does everyone need to cook a turkey? I don't think they have anything naturally in shows where I am, but I highly suggest to stay home. Not as many people going home. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, UK got very strict rules right now. So we got put into a second lockdown, I think 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and now they're coming out of it, but they're adding tougher restrictions. It's weird. Like you can meet people for Christmas in next month, but yeah, I think tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. There you go. Medium high, very high. No household mixing. Indoors, but overnight stays permitted. Like what? 11 p.m. curfews. Yeah, this is just very odd, man. I think London is gonna be tier 2, so hopefully that means the gym's gonna be open up again. We can start doing some stuff. Yeah, it looks like America will also have restrictions soon, right? If they're talking about it. All right, this should be good. Timeout, man. This I don't know what's going on today. Let's refresh. Getting a lot of timeouts. Oh, he kept my code. Nice. Trump says he won't go back into lockdown for any reason, but he won't be president much longer, so we'll see. Right. Biden about to lock everybody up. Your mixin should have an L statement. Oh, at the at thing. Okay. 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 44%. Let's go. Use @4 to create a SAS loop. Oh, you can do loops now. This is basically like JavaScript but for SAS. Oh, CSS, I mean. Also, I think SAS needs to be spelled like this. The for directive add loops, very similar to the for loop. For is in two ways: start through the end or start to end. The main difference is the start to end excludes the number, excludes the end number, and the start through end includes. Okay. Every Thursday. What was that paying for? Okay. Here's a start through end example for I through 1 to 12. I through 1 to 12 column I with the hashtag $I part is a syntax to combine a variable with a text to make a string. When the SAS file is converted to CSS, it looks like this. Column 1 there, column 2 there, column 12. Okay. This is a powerful way to create a grid layout. Now you have 12 options for column widths available as CSS classes. Okay, interesting. Hello, 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 hello. We might have to go to stream beats, you know. This is the very repetitive kind of music. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I do a @4 $i from 1 through 1 through how many go? 1, 2, I got 5. Okay, start and exclude through include, so I want to include that. For class.text1 class, do you no class is pretty sure it's the hashtag. Oh, $i to hey, what's up, bud? The stream starting time is true random number generator. Yeah, man. Today is a different day. Um, I literally woke up after a 7-hour stream. I woke up 2 hours ago, had some breakfast, and then we're back at it again. It's because I've got a day off from work, so the hustle continues. I don't understand this. What's going on here? For I from 1 to 12 column. Oh, dollar da da da. Okay. So text is basically text 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll go text 1 dollar I dollar, not dollar. Dollar goes inside dollar I, and this needs like a hashtag, right? So for those, create each has a font size of 15 pixels. Also while we go hashtag, I think it is dot text. I forget. Classes select dot class. Yeah, so dot text hashtag I 1 through 5. So text 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Font size is 15 pixels. That should be working. Okay, yeah, it is working. Perfect. How's your day going, Bert? Codex. All right, very cool. So we got the 4. Ah, okay, that's bad. So That means I need some kind of rule. $15 I times 2, I think. I times 2, right? Does it go up in 2? 15 times 2? No, it goes up in 15. I plus 15. Careful. It was at 15 multiplied by index, not just 15. Oh. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. Okay, if you put in the how do you initialize so I took some rest, took advantage of Black Friday. What'd you get? Is there anything cool on sale? Oh man, is this monitor on sale? I know we're getting sidetracked, but Amazon, Cody K. Because I bought this out. So the monitor I have is the LG 49-inch. I bought it recently. Man, if it's on sale, look at that. They got the Samsung one. Okay, it's not on sale. Cool. Webcam? Which one? I need a new webcam. Do they have the what is it? I think it's the LG, not LG. Oh, I wanted to buy some programming books actually. Papa look, okay. 1080p webcam. Sorry for my late answer. Yeah, it's good to be back on the stream. I really enjoy watching your stream, but you always stream at time when I'm usually sleeping. Yeah, man. My like Bert said, random. Just pick a random number and I'll be online. Wait, I can't find this. Papa 102. That's just the search results. Oh, you didn't buy it from Amazon? You bought it somewhere else then? This one. Oh, this one. 65 quid. Interesting. What's the reviews like? USB. Is that USB C or just the old USB? It's the old one. Man, I hate using dongles and stuff. I was looking again. This one was so pricey. I think the old, there's not much except the webcam cheap. Right. Okay, cool. Nice. Nice. Alright. So what do I need to do? I need to also they want me to put a variable J. Let's change that to J. Set to 15. Is that what they want to do? Goes from 1 to 6. Should create 5 classes where each has a font size of set to 15 pixels multiplied by the index. Oh, is this be yeah, okay. So index 1 would be 15, index 2 would be 15 times 2, 15 times 3, 15 times 4. Yeah, and that needs to be a J because I've named it J. On line 424, what's the problem here? I used to call it I and J. Yeah. Instead of dollar J instead of J, it's a variable. Ah, okay. Yeah, look at that. Man, gotta remember all this new stuff. I need to remember to use at instead of just for, and a variable needs to have a dollar. Okay. Alright, nice. Can I add inside here? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so remember the dollars, remember the at sign. Okay. Dollar, yeah. Gotta remember the money. 56%. Use at each to map over items in a list. The last challenge showed the for directive using a starting and ending value to loop a certain number of times. That also offers each directive, which loops over each item in a list or map. On each iteration, the variable gets assigned to the current value from the list or map. So each dollar column blue, red, green dot hashtag color text color is color. A map has slightly different syntax. As an example, dollar colors, color 1 blue, color 2 red, color 3 green. At each key, color in colors. Man, this is so confusing. What are they talking about? Dollar color hyphen text color is color. Note that the dollar key variable is needed to reference the keys in the map. Otherwise, the compose CSS would have color 1, color 2 in it. Both of the above examples are converted. Okay, so both of those do this. Blue, red, green. So because that's the variable, it's creating a it's creating a class with these variables. It's just going to replace those, and it's going to set the color to blue, red, and green. Okay, all right. Right at each directive, we can do that. That goes through a list of blue, black, and red, and assigns a variable to a color background where color part changes for each other. Okay. How did it do that? Okay, I think it's something like that. So color blue, black, and red. Blue. Do I need a hyphen? Comma. Sorry. Blue, black, red, and then it creates a class. Man, what's the dollar sign? Oh, it's the shift. Dollar color. So this should replace which with each of those every loop. Color color BG color hyphen BG becomes color is dollar. Is that right? Background color. Background color. Sass and HTML. We're doing Sass today. Hello, hello. Wave. Yeah, man. We finished JavaScript. We're now moving on to front end stuff. Why is it not working though? Color BG. So should be blue BG, which is gonna do. Oh, it needs to be. Doesn't need one of these. It needs one of these. Each color. Oh, I'm missing the in. In blue, black, red. Color BG is background color. There you go. Maybe it doesn't work if it's in a different line. So we're saying that's basically the same as doing um background color is blue, right? And we just first time encounter for in each instance. I mostly use Sass for nesting imports and variables, which are supported by nesting imports and variables, which are also supported by native CSS. Interesting. Each to map across into the nest. The variables are supported, the rest isn't. I can confirm, but apparently there's also if and else. The more I learn, but variables and nesting is not supported by native CSS, is it? Yeah, I just learned about the if and else too. Things moving, but it's not okay. True, but the CSS variables have a performance hit associated when using enough of them. Imports I don't use native because it's more requests. Okay, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. All right, so we move on. This is done. 70%, 67. Man, FreecodeCamp asks me to donate every other second now. SAS, apply a style. Okay. Apply a style until a condition is met. Oh, there's a while thing too. The while directive is just like a while loop. It creates CSS rules until a condition is met. The add for challenge gave an example to create a simple grid system. This can also work with while. So $x is 1, while x is less than 13. So basically create 13 or 12 of these. Column $1 with also nesting is supported. Interesting. All right, let's see what we can cook with this. So first define a $x. So $x, set it to 1. Okay. Next, use the while thing, while directive to while $x is while $x is less than 30. That's not. This should be 5. So while $x is less than 6, create a series of classes with different font sizes. So while is less than that, create a class. So text. This is very similar to the one to the earlier array. $x. Oh, I guess different brackets. And should be doing font. $15px multiplied by the current index number. So same as earlier, right? X times $15px. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, remember the dollars, man, the dollars. Am I missing one of these? Is that a problem? Okay, initialize x to 1, and while x is less than 6, do this. Create a dot class. It's gonna have text1, text2, text3. Do I need that then? Text1. That's the one. It's ugly. Don't use it. Okay. Hashtag $x. What's $x? Hashtag. and then we increment x by 1. We start at 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And while that is true, create that. It's missing something. Font size. Oh, sizes. That's a problem. Okay. All right. Okay. So basically, just like JavaScript kind of stuff, which you can do with Sass. All right, almost 80%. So be a couple of different ones. The main SCSS file. Split your styles into smaller chunks with partials. Partials in Sass are separate files that hold segment of the CSS code. These are imported and used in other Sass files. This is a great way to group similar code into a module to keep it organized. Names of partials start with the underscore, which tells Sass it is a smaller segment of the CSS. It is a small segment of the CSS and not to convert it into a CSS file. Also, Sass files end with .scss file extension to bring the code into partial. In the partial into another Sass file, you just use add import directive. For example, if all of your mixins are saved in a partial named underscore mixins.scss and they are needed in the main scss file, this is how you'd use them. In the main file, import mixins. Okay. Note that the underscore file extension are not needed in the import. Sass understands it is a partial. Once a partial is imported into a file, all variables and mixins and other code are available to use. Okay, write an import statement to import a partial name. So add import, this goes into single quotes, variables. Is that it? Okay, what if I use a double quote? Does that work? Okay, that also works. In my experience, the most reliable way to know that this stream is to check my email. Yep. Hey, part of the thing is we're gonna build a bot, right? That's one of the goals. Build a Discord bot that sends a message when I'm live. So I don't know. We can. So right now, the plan is to ping it into the Discord channel, ping it into Twitter, and then maybe, maybe ping Bert's phone or Bert's email, even email Slack stroke phone or something like that. You can send you some notifications. I don't know, man. We can see if we can get that built. But yeah, and the good thing is I am on consistently. The only thing is the time isn't very consistent because I work and work kind of. Hey, look at that! I don't think that works. Why is it giving me that? All right, whatever. You can make a bot which automatically informs Discord. Right. Yeah. That's the plan. So we're gonna make a Discord bot. We're gonna build one ourselves. And someone gave me this guide, Discord JS guide. It might have been you. I honestly can't remember. And yeah, we can try and build this. I think we can build it using JavaScript. Take a pick, learn some JS. When you're confident, build a bot. So yeah, that's up for grabs. I think I'm gonna wait until I build other projects first, and then we'll build this out. All right, what are we doing here? Sass has a feature called Extend that makes it easy to borrow the CSS rules from one element and build upon them in another. For example, the below block of CSS rules has a dot panel class. Now you want another panel called .bigPanel. It has the same base properties as panel, but also needs a width font size. It's possible to copy paste the initial rules from panel, but the code becomes repetitive as you add more types of panels. The extend directive is a simple way to reuse the rules written for one element and then add more for another. So, big panel, extend the panel with width and font size. Okay. All right. Okay, make a class dot info important that extends extends.info, and it's going to extend those with background color is whoa. Hmm. Panel info hyphen important. All right. 100%. Cool. So basically, SAS just lets you do looping and for loops, while loops, all that stuff. All right, React. We're moving on to React now. Introduction to React challenge. React, created by Facebook, is an open source JavaScript library for building user interfaces. It is used to create components, handle state and props. State and props utilize event listeners and certain lifecycle methods to update data as it changes. React combines HTML with JavaScript functionality to create its own markup language, JSX. This section will introduce you to all of these concepts and how to implement them. Okay. Oh, look at that. This one's going to be. How many is that? I think this one has like 49 or something. All right, let's do this. Before we move on to what's React? React is a library for building user interfaces. Single hello message extends React component. Oh wow, look at that. Alright, cool. Create a simple JSX, so JS10, I guess, element. Intro. React is an open source library. React uses syntax extension of JavaScript called JSX that allows you to write HTML directly within JavaScript. This has several benefits. It lets you use the full programmatic power of JavaScript within HTML and helps to keep your code readable. For the most part, JSX is similar to HTML that you have already learned. However, there are a few key differences which will be covered. For instance, JSX is syntactic extension of JavaScript. You simply include the code you want to be treated as JavaScript within curly braces. So this is treated as JavaScript. Keep in mind, since it's used in several future challenges. You learned so much about JS, HTML, CSS. Why don't you try and project deepen skill type and front frameworks, which do all of it for you. Okay, so this was the plan, right? So here's the plan. Let me know if I'm wrong. So we went through the JavaScript stuff, reading this in background, which I need to do more of. I haven't actually done. So this was a maybe. We turned into this yesterday. Complete the front end libraries on this stuff, and then once that is done, after that, the first hour of stream will be practicing CSS HTML, just like the vanilla stuff. Just gonna find random pages and try and build it. So go on Google, find stuff, MLM, build it for the practice, and then we're gonna do this, which is I think I've said this. I've said this so many times. I don't know if everyone knows. We can try and build all of these projects, but before I hit this, I wanted to complete the frameworks first. So you're telling me don't do that until I agree. Making a tiny project in JavaScript should be a good way of strengthening your JS skills before you continue learning a new framework. That's how I learned JS also after having the Code Academy course for 20 30 days after, for 20 to 30 minutes, 20 30 days after what? 20 30 days every single day. I made my own game in 10 hours with simple if else and for loops. Oh, okay. Okay. So, right. So here's where you're at right now, right? So we've got a bunch of React stuff to do. Redux. And then, yeah, so I was going to go through that, and then these were going to be the projects. So can we build these projects without building the front end? Okay, that's a bad one. Build a random quote machine. Build a markdown preview. It was a simple game with text only, but it could be anything as long as it's feasible. It could be a simple project which relies on no frameworks, but can be run, for example, in the browser console. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, so kind of went through that, and then we jumped into the stuff, right? Foundations, yeah. Developer tools, yeah. I think they have some JavaScript projects. There you go. Rock paper scissors. Um, we can do something. So start with the game. Projects on the list. Quote with the calculator thing. Just anything. Okay. I feel like we should do rock paper scissors. What do you think? Rock paper scissors. Rock paper scissors. We're gonna implement a great so like previously. Sounds feasible. Okay. See how else people have implemented. Man versus computer. Machines are threatening to take over the world. Unless you can learn and react. Kind of. Kind of. I was going through the stuff, but people are telling me to don't do that just yet. Okay. All right. All right. We're gonna build. Okay. That's it. It's been decided. It's been decided as a group that we're gonna build a something like this. Oh, look at that. Rock, paper, scissors. You click on it and does a counter. All right, we're gonna try and rebuild this. That looks cool. I have no idea how I'm gonna build this. All right, we go. Okay, I think we know enough to build this. I don't know if I can do exactly like this. Play again, sure. But this is really cool. So you click on it, and it has some kind of score counter, and you go 3 times, and then it gives you a result. Paper Bros, you got this. Tie game. Okay. Simple, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we didn't even touch the jQuery stuff. Oh man, this is the second time I've choked on coffee on live stream. Just native JS. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see if we can build this. I also wanna, yeah, let's do what they tell me. Create a Git repo because I've forgotten how to do that too. So it'd be a good reminder for that. So we need to turn off for that. All right. In that case, let's. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, public, how to read me, yeah, whatever. Create a repository. All right, that's step one. Create a blank HTML document with a script tag. This is okay. I forget how you do that now. I think it's somewhere here. Come on. Touch creates files. This is also how we learned at university. At the end of Java course, we had to program a similar game, tic-tac-toe, which with more complexity requirements. Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. I forget how you do that. Create a new Git repo for your project. My path. Open course. Yeah, that was the one. Create a repository, which we have just done. Right, it's called rock, paper, scissors. Create a new repository. Yeah, whatever, that's done. Give your repository the name. Sure, this will redirect you. Yep, we're there. Are we? In the command line, navigate to where you want to store this project, and then clone your repository. Git clone. Initial commit. I've never made any commits. If you struggle with Git, you can postpone it. No worries, Git is still up. It's not difficult to learn, so it's not top priority. True. I wanted to push it there too, though. I've forgotten. I pushed a bunch of stuff before, like the Google page. Yeah, Google homepage. I did it somehow. Can't remember now. After I build it, I can still push it, right? At the end. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's focus on JS for now. So we need to have all the property codes. Yeah, okay. We're gonna build something in there. All right, rock, paper, scissors. By the way, learning how to manipulate. Yeah, I never learned how to manipulate this stuff. It didn't. It never taught me that. I don't know why. All right, projects it is, man. We're gonna build. We're gonna build rock, paper, scissors. Now I forget. How do I open this folder? Just open. Property codes. Oh, I got different folders now. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do this one. I don't know why I got two different folders. I need to sort that out later. Because the simple ones, JS. No, man, I'm making more typos. Okay, it looks like that's how you open the thing. All right, cool, very cool. So I need to add a new thing. HTML. We need a JS file. Oh, what else do we need? We also need. Who is to? I think we need a CSS file, but I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. We will rock paper scissors. Dot CSS. Is that right? CSS. Okay. I know there's a shortcut for me to build it. Alright, there you go. Pretty I think we do href. I don't know if that's true. Script tag should be but I think it's source before closing the. All right. Before closing the body or head. Okay. All right. Where's my go live thing? Why is that not on? I don't know. All right. So we're gonna go to Chrome. Let's see. All right. So here we have the file, but I don't want it to do this because I have to manually refresh. Why is my thing not working? Discord real quick. All right. Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, good. It's good that you're drinking water. That's good. First time to drink water since just started the stream and since I joined,
Oh, really? Hey, man, I've got my energy drinks right here.
which is bad. That's not water, different.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
still right.
I wanted you to take note of something that could it's not yet apparent, but it could be very confusing in the very near future.
Okay,
And that is how files link to each other in terms of their relativity and using absolute paths. See, like your script href and then forward slash rock paper scissors .js.
yeah,
That's all good and well, but this will most likely will not be an issue when this thing is served by, I don't know, some server somewhere, because you're basically telling the server, a at the root of the files that you're serving, I want this file, because of the forward slash that says like at the root of the project or whatever root, I don't know exactly, or the base of the project.
okay,
But then because you like on the right hand side, you directly referencing your HTML, this thing is going to look for rock paper scissors.js right within the users folder. That's
okay,
because that's where the forward slash is pointing to. So for your HTML to say, I want the JavaScript file that's right next to me, relatively right next to me, you have to say dot forward slash. I cannot explain much. I don't know much in terms of how to explain that, but it's just some minor things that you run into and you quickly understand over time. So a
okay.
single dot
Yeah,
is saying relative is in the same folder, regardless of where we are within the project. Two dots means a parent folder than to the one that I'm in. So yeah, you will run into cases where you need to reference a file that's in the outer folder than the
yeah.
one you're in. So to step out of the current folder, you use two dots. But because now both of these files exist in a single folder, you just use a dot to say, this file is relatively right here, right next to me. So yeah,
Okay,
just note this because yeah, if like also if you run into troubles, you getting four errors on your console and you don't know what's going on, it's a nice thing to note, uh, that files are referenced correctly, and like your HTML knows where to find the files that are referenced. Just
okay. Perfect.
something to
Awesome.
note. I don't know what they call this thing. Like if you were to study something about how files look for each other, I legit don't. I just know that just mind this so that things
Yeah.
always work.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's basically it.
All right. Thank you again. Appreciate the help,
Cheers,
man.
man.
All right. See you in the chat. So you gotta do some double dots. All right. Let's exit out of here. You also have something to tell me. All right. Let's jump on. Let's jump on. Ain't nothing like a Discord party. Yeah, I was jumping in. What's going on, but
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. It's faint, but I
Faint.
can.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes, slightly better. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps reducing my microphone volume. I have to fix this bug. Anywho, so the thing is that I was thinking that maybe I should give you a crash course on how you can manipulate the HTML elements with JavaScript
Okay. Yeah, let's
for
do that.
because you've already learned a lot of JavaScript, so I think you don't need to learn a lot more. You just need to understand the basic idea. So I'm gonna share my screen now.
All right.
Share screen, go live. Do you see my the screen?
Um, I can now. Yeah. How do I make this full screen? There we go. Full screen. Yep.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, the coloring is messed up. I don't know why. It used to. Okay, so I refreshed it, so now it works. Okay, so it's a simple HTML document. We have a nav tag, and then inside that we have three links: home, about, contact. I'm actually gonna add href hashtag symbol so that it renders it as a link. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Yeah, this one I'm going to remove now. And this one also. So we have this. We have nav with an ID, and we have three links with class names. Yeah, and then here we have a script tag, and inside of that we've written console.log.to so that we see that we have a connection. Now when I refresh, you see here it says,
Oh, okay. Right.
I'm gonna do that in because there I am allowed to, oops, there I can zoom in even more, like this.
Yep.
So console, so this is yo. I'm going to put it to the bottom, yeah, like this. So yeah, we have a connection. Now, the question is, how can we manipulate this HTML with JavaScript? So think of each HTML tag as an object. So const body is equal to an object.
Okay.
And what does body have? It has children. So body children is an array, and body, and then we have const. Let's say this is another tag. Oh, here let's say we have tag name. Is body. Yeah. So this is the name itself is body. Now let's say we have nav is an object. This is not exactly how it's represented. Like the key values could be with different names, but this is the basic idea. This is an object, and it has a key called children, which is an array. And here, if I have multiple tags, let's say image, yeah, they will appear here in the children. So nav
Okay.
will be another object, tag name nav, yeah, and nav children is an empty array, yes, and in this one we have three links. So nav dot push, let's say an object which has a class name, because an ID is only one, but we could have multiple classes. So class 2, class 3, right? So if this one is a string, the name is a string, class is an array of strings. So class names would be an array like menu underscore underscore link. This is how it would look like from JavaScript perspective.
Okay.
Does it make
Yeah.
sense? Yeah. So if I have class name 2, yeah, then this would appear here as a second string. And then if you say, oh, does it have class name 2? You would say class names that includes class name 2, for example, right?
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then basically you do push a second time for the second link. Oh, and then how do you represent the text itself? This is simple. So let's say this is const link is equal to this. So link.children is an empty array, and then link.children push, and then another element which has a property of text, and it has the string. So basically it treats it like it has a special tag,
Okay.
and that tag has an attribute content, or inner content is equal to this. This is how it looks like from the JavaScript perspective, but from the HTML perspective it looks like this. Yeah. So
Okay.
everything HTML is an object, head is an object, body is an object, this is an object, this is an object, everything is an object. And if something is nested with within another object, it goes into its attributes array. So this here is an array. This is the 0th position, this is the first position, this is the second position. Does
Okay.
it make sense?
Yep. Yep.
Awesome. Now, interestingly, we usually don't want to traverse the HTML document from top to bottom. So let's say I have here an array list. Yeah, and then here I have a list item, and then here I have an image. Now, if you have to go all the way from the body and traverse, like, okay, children, dot zeroth element, dot children, dot second element, and on and on and on, this would be really clunky and verbose and cumbersome, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So there are actually three ways you can access, four ways you can access elements. The one that I was describing with the children is the fourth one, and it's not used if you have a deep nesting and you want to go deeper and deeper and deeper. It's not used in this case. The other two, well, two of the other three are used way more often, using the ID and using the class. You can search by an ID and it automatically returns the element if it exists, or undefined if it doesn't, or you can search by using the class name.
Okay.
So let's say menu link. And then what would the return data type be if I look for a class name?
Return data type.
Yes.
String. I would assume. Menu
No, no.
link.
I look for a class name menu link. So let's say
Oh, Boolean, true or false. Like if it
no,
exists
no,
or not.
no. I'm not checking whether it exists. To I want JavaScript to get me those elements. So like this.
Oh, so sorry. What was the question? So I'm trying to look. What's the data type, or what's the?
Yes. What would be your guess as to what the data type should be for the result of this search?
Find that. I mean, there's only 7 data types, right? Well, so I've got.
Okay. Yeah.
So it
7.
isn't text. It isn't string. It isn't Boolean. Well, it would be an object because you said it's an object. The whole thing is an object.
ID is an object. And what would this be? So if you search by ID, you get an object. And if you
Yeah.
search by
So
this,
that would be the key with an object. Or
no, it would be an array because you have only one ID, but you can have multiple multiple elements with the
oh,
same class. So this is either nav or nothing, because if I have ID image ID menu, yeah, it may render a page, but this is not valid. You should not write this, and you may get undefined behavior. Yes. So ID is supposed to appear only once per string. So menu ID is equal to menu should appear at most once in the whole page. But class name menu link, this could appear as many times as you want. You're free to do so. So in this case, the return data type would be an array of objects.
okay.
It would give me this link and this link and this link. So let's say this is visited. So now if I look for class name visited, it will return me an array of only this link.
Okay. Right.
Does it make any sense?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah, so if you think about multiple things, it's an array. If you think about one thing, one element, it's an object. And yeah, like this. The second way of looking, so this is the one of the ways by looking by ID, and this is another one, looking by class name. The third one that you can look items by is by looking by the tag name. So you say search find by tag name. This is a made-up function. It's not actually this one.
Okay.
I'm just explaining it now. So let's say A, and then it looks at all the tags which have an anchor link, which have this tag. So if I have here another A, another link, this will also appear in this result.
Okay.
But if I look for the class name, then this one will not appear because it doesn't have that class name. Does it make any sense?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is how you look for things. Yeah, I could also show you how the literal syntax is, but the idea is not that you remember the syntax. The idea is that you understand how the elements are represented in, how the HTML is represented from the JavaScript perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything stores an object, and I can search using ID or class.
Yes, exactly.
and then depends on what I search. Could be an array, could be, yeah, it would be an array of object of arrays. Yeah,
Yeah.
or yeah, okay,
Usually the most common ways we look up for things is ID or class name.
all right,
And this is where array from comes into place, because if you look for a class name, it returns something that, well, now I don't remember exactly, but I think it had given me problems before when I treat it as an array. And when I do array dot from that thing, then it converts it to an array and I can treat it exactly like an array. So yeah, let me give you a real example with the real syntax. So if I say document, so everything, the whole web page, everything from top to bottom is stored in one big object called document.
okay,
Who would have guessed?
okay.
And then you have get element by ID. And then you pass in a string and then you look for the ID you're looking for.
Interesting.
So if I
Document. Okay, yeah.
so I'm not going to put it here. I'm going to put it here so I also get the result. Otherwise, I need to console log it. Then you see, it's an object. It gives me this nav HTML
Oh,
element.
nice. Document get element by ID. Okay.
So if I do .id, and it gives me the ID attribute. So let's say style is equal to color is equal to red. If I call style, would it give me the style? Maybe, maybe not. Only one way to check.
And
And
style was
that's what
also a
happens.
yeah.
Yes, it gives me an object because style is a bit more complicated. It's not just a value, because here I could have semicolon and then more styles,
Right,
right?
right. But that's also
So
stored
this
in an
is
object, which is interesting. Everything's an object.
yes, ID was a string, but
Right.
many things are objects. So let's say, what other attributes do we have?
um,
Okay,
attributes.
so let's give it this a class name, an ID. I mean, special link, because this one also has an href attribute, and we can check what the href attribute would be like. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So special link. We get the special link, and now what would be the href? Oh, look at that. It's a string containing the href attributes.
Interesting. Okay. So okay. Yeah. 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 So it's just
So
dot
if
dot
it's a
dot until
simple,
you find.
yeah,
Yeah.
so if it's a simple attribute, it's dot the attribute name. Some attributes are special. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, so here is another example. If I say document get elements plural by class name. So this S should also hint you as to whether it should return you only one or multiple items. Actually, here, let me do another test. What happens if I look up for non-existent ID? No. So it's either an
Nice.
object or no.
Okay.
But this one, if I look up for a non-existent class name, it should give me empty array. See, HTML collection, empty array. So it is like an array, but it's actually a special array. It's an HTML collection object that behaves kind of like an array. So let's say I do menu underscore underscore link. Yes, I delete this.
Okay. So it's gonna create an array of those three A tags.
Yes, exactly. And now if I do for each is not a function. See, it looks like an array. It resembles an array, contains multiple elements,
But
but
it's
it's
not.
not exactly an array. But if I do array.from, now it says undefined is not a function because here I haven't passed any. So this is an empty function. So with the original one without the array.from, if we passed in this, see, document for each is not a function. But here, once we passed the function, it worked with
Okay.
array.from. So if anyone's wondering why I started saying use array.from, because it fixes problems like this. And it doesn't just work with strings, it also works with this special array, but not exactly an array kind of object.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
All right.
so if something looks like an array but doesn't behave like one, use array.from. Probably most of the times it fixes the problem.
Right. It quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, but it's actually a chicken. Like it's completely different.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also array.from an array. So if it was actually an array, it wouldn't change anything. So it doesn't hurt to use
Oh, it
it.
does. Oh, okay. So it wouldn't create a nested array of arrays.
Yeah,
We did that.
it wouldn't do a weird step. It would just do nothing. So yeah,
Right.
so let's say we want to loop over each one of them, and we want to extract the text. Now, for each, and then x, and then, so it's a anchor, and then console log anchor. I think it's, okay, let's do href. Missing a parenthesis.
Anchor.
I copied the one without the array.from. You know that A stands
Hey.
for anchor, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Anchor tags. Yeah.
I could write it in array if an A, if that makes more sense. So like this, and bam, because all of them have the same anchor, it's the same. So if I do like Google, and then here I do like Facebook, and then here I do like Instagram, oops, or Twitch. Yeah. Now if I refresh, Google, Facebook, Twitch.
Right.
It shows it like this because I didn't write www.
Oh, is it okay?
Okay, it also wants the HTTPS then. See now, I think now it will recognize that it's a link and not a relative path. See,
Ooh, look
now
at that. Okay.
it's the correct one.
Array from get class, get elements by class, loop through those, and then return the console log the href of the A tags. Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It may look a bit like new and unfamiliar, but now that you understand basic JavaScript, I think it should make sense to you.
Yeah.
Especially the array.from, that for each, the a.href. So it's an object that has an href attribute, which value is string. Yeah.
Right.
And this get
Nice.
elements by class name, the function itself is document. Oh, which document? This document. Get elements by class name. I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. So once you know that this exists and this is the general approach you would take, even if you forget what the name was, you can always go to Google and do like how to access elements if I know class name JavaScript. And get element by ID, name class tag. Bam. Even if you forgot it, you
Yeah.
got an answer there. So
Got
you
it.
get element by ID and probably get element by class name.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why I said remembering the syntax is not important. What is important is that you understand how JavaScript is used to manipulate HTML. And there is one more thing, which, yes, there is one more thing, and it is this one. Oh, before that, I mentioned the children, so let us do that. I'm gonna access get element by ID because I claimed that each object has children. And now it's time to prove it. See,
Okay.
I
Interesting.
got the menu, dot children, and you gave me the children of the menu. Also, if you do children.0, gives me the 0 to 1. Even without doing array.from, it kind of acts like an array. Yeah. So actually, children may be an array. I'm not sure about that. So anyhow, so let's take the new one, and then I think it's called current. No. See, even I don't remember all the syntax. JavaScript, how to access parent element in HTML. Parent element. Okay. Yes, because Yes, as I said, it's not important that you remember the
Hmm.
syntax, as you saw that I forgot this. But if you know what to look for, it's a matter of doing a simple Google search and you have it. So if you do
Right.
have the child, and you want to find the parent, you do dot parent elements. So you know that.
Okay. But you're already
Yeah,
selecting the parent in the get element by ID, so you already know it, right? So why would you then try and find it again?
yeah. So in this case, it is like this. But let's say you don't have the ID menu, and you have ID special link. So
Right.
this
Okay.
way, you either have to add another ID, but then let's say you also need the parent of that one, so then you need another ID, and you end up having to sprinkle multiple IDs, or you may use this property, and if it solves your problem, then and the only reason you would add an ID for nav is to access it from the child, then knowing this means that you don't need to add an ID to nav necessarily.
Okay.
So this is just another way to access them. And now the interesting part is, because up until now is a matter of selecting. Uh, Now, uh, I need to clarify something. So let's say ID menu, yeah. So I need to clarify something, and it's this. So this is the special link, right? Special link. And you see href points to Google. So if I click on it, it will point me to Google, right?
Right.
If I do that href, it gives me the string.
Hmm.
But that's not merely accessing it to read it. I could also reassign it. So tap HTTPS, and then let's say it goes to gitlab.com. And now, if I click on home, see what happens?
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So it's like changing the, yeah, just by assigning it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so by assigning stuff to the attributes, it's not doing something to locally, it is actually modifying the HTML page. And you actually see it here in the, here if I click, you see now it points to GitLab. It changed it.
But if you refresh the page, does it stay saved?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
Got it. Okay.
It doesn't. So JavaScript is for changing the behavior of the page once the page loads from then on afterwards. Once you refresh the page, it's like Men in Black when they crash the
Yeah. 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 Zoop. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, and
Um.
now this would be cool, but if someone visits your page, you don't want them to go to the console and write stuff like a hackerman. You want them to actually interact with the page only, right?
Yeah.
So
How
you
you can
do that.
restrict?
The
Ooh.
answer is most of the times with buttons.
Buttons.
Yeah, button by itself is just a normal tab. So let's call it clicky. It does absolutely nothing. Very boring. But there is an attribute called onClick, which, what does it do? If you had to guess.
It will do something when you click it. On click. On click do
Precisely.
X, right?
So
Okay.
the value of the string here is actually the body of a function.
Body of a function. Okay.
So if we do console log has been clicked, this what this would actually do is something like this: function and then console log has been clicked. So imagine that this part is written for you, this part is written for you, and whatever you write within those quotes goes inside.
Okay.
So I could do something like console log emphasis. Yes. And now, if we refresh, has been clicked, emphasis.
Hmm.
So we could do fancy stuff like, let's say, we initialize a variable. By the way, you could treat this like top to bottom. So here, if we initialize let x is equal to 0. Yeah. So by the time it goes to this, I don't know if it's necessary for buttons. I don't know how they load, but it's safe to do it this way. If you put the script tag on the top, it will have loaded the variable for sure by the time it loads the button. And then when you click it, you may interact with the x. So let's say console log x. Remove the strings, of course, or the
Okay.
quotes. Yeah. And now clicky, 0. But that's not interesting. So let's do x plus plus.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Very cool.
Yes. But now it's kind of ugly writing. By the way, remember when I said some time ago that everything is a string? Even your code is a string.
Yeah, yeah.
Does it begin to make more sense now that you actually see that code can be written as a string?
Oh, oh, wow. I didn't even notice. Yeah, yeah. It's within quotes. Oh, yeah. I didn't pick up
Yeah.
on that.
But it is also kind of ugly to read it when it's written in a string. So the way that's more readable is by actually writing a function. So let's say like this. For functions, it could be written like just below the button. Uh, there is a very tiny itsy bit of chance that by the time this button loads, someone will automatically click the link and this script may not have completely loaded.
Okay.
Yeah. But so let's say we take this and we store it in a function, my special function. And then here we call my special function.
Ah, okay. Does the same thing.
This does not do anything because I did not call it. I just passed it there. I need to call it. Now it works. And to prove that it works, I will say prove. Yeah.
Right. So basically, you're teaching me if I click on the button, do heads or tails. Not heads or tails. It was the. Yeah. It's
Yeah. So
the rock,
this
paper,
is,
scissors. Okay.
yeah. So for example, for rock, paper, scissors, this could come in handy. You also have to know that this does some kind of magic. It's built into the browser. You don't have to define how onClick works. You just take
Yeah.
it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have to know that you actually get some very fancy benefits on top of this. So one of them is you get access to, wait, actually, can I write it like this? No. You get this keyword. So let's write it as unknown. So we don't know, let's say we don't know what this refers to. And let's console log it to see what it refers to. Oh, look at that. So if I click on button and I pass in this keyword, it actually refers to the button that was clicked.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think there is the second one called event, but I'm not sure if it's the second one or the other how they're written. Okay, so there is an event I have to look up. 1 second.
This. Okay. I'll click.
1 second, let me look it up. Yes, by the way, you can pass multiple things here. So let's say you write this and then 5, 7 hello world in other quotes. Yeah, and then here you get num1, num2, and then string. So you could use the same function in multiple places. Yeah, so you could treat this like a function call. I think there are other keywords. I have to look them up. So let's say hover event JS HTML on mouse over. So mouse over, I think it's kind of self-explanatory, but let me demonstrate how it would look like. See, I'm not
Oh,
clicking anymore.
nice. Okay.
So you have these kind of special events. If you have to look them up, you don't remember what event you're looking for, or you don't know what events there exist, you can look up the event keyword and then like HTML and stuff like that. So here you have HTML DOM events. Apparently, there are many of them. I've only used like 3 or 4 so far. Yeah,
Wow, there's a lot. Okay, cool.
yeah. But usually the click is one of the most useful ones. You have key down and up. You don't have to remember them. Just know that there are plenty of events, and when you need an event, you can go to a reference page and look up what kind of events they offer, and then see which one fits your use case the best. Does it make sense up until now?
It does. Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
Uh, no, just need to practice. It makes sense.
Okay, but I think this is enough to get you started because now, up until now, you know HTML and you know JavaScript, but this is the missing link,
Okay.
I feel like. And I don't remember them explaining it anywhere up until now.
Yeah, they haven't. This is all brand new to me right now. So awesome, man. Thanks.
Yeah, if you get stuck, it'll help, but this is the basic idea. Everything is an object within an object within an object.
Yeah.
Objectception. And then you have classes and IDs. We usually access them by classes and IDs. And
Hmm.
these are attributes, kind of like object keys in the object from JavaScript perspective. Then
Right.
you have special events that you can add to elements. And
Yeah.
that's
So
it.
you access by get element by ID or on mouse hover, whatever. On mouse over. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to
On
remember them.
click, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah.
Just remember that you can do stuff like on click. Like all these events, interaction events, key
Hmm.
presses, movements of mouses, clicking. Uh, like there are multiple phases of clicking, like pressing down the button, releasing the button, pressing down the key, releasing the key, holding the key, stuff like that. These are all events. So anything the user does to interact with the page is an event. And for almost all of them, if not all of them, there is a special event you can hook with JavaScript.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, we're gonna need the button click because every time you click, you compute your number, and then computer does this afterwards, kind of thing. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And one final note, if I remember correctly, these are not button specific. They're for all the elements. So let's say console log, all elements. This is the last one. So I'm an idiot because nav. So let's add style because I don't know where to click now. Background color red. See?
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Okay, I think that's it for now. I
All
hope
right.
it wasn't too much for one crash course.
It was a crash course for Sona. Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Okay,
I think I'll have questions, but yeah, see you in the stream.
bye.
All right. Okay, so we have. All right, so we know how to build HTML. We kind of know now, having a rough idea how to on click do certain things. So basically, when I click on this, it needs to compute something and show this on the screen somehow. All right, we can close that for now. Okay, where do we start? First of all, I want this live thing. Why is my live server thing not working? Extension. It's enabled. Go live. Yeah, it's not there. Anybody know why? Marble best reference. Okay. Dom. All right. Awesome. I love to. Why is there? Why is the down voice in this? Okay. Why is my thing not working? Do I need to enable it? Command Open with live server. There you go. How's that? All right, there we go. That's how you do it. Cool. Just make sure it works. All right. So maybe it's not linked. Rock, paper, scissors.js. Oh, it needs to be source. Okay. Okay. Now we got this connected. We can start. I want to grab some coffee real quick. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Get some music back up. Yeah, okay. I am. Start at 2, man. So what we're 2 hours into the stream. I have an idea of what to build. How long do you think it'll take me to build the entire thing? Might be a couple hours, 3-4 hours maybe. I'm gonna go to bed now. Keep me updated on your order. All right, we'll do. Thanks again, man. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your sleep. Yeah, appreciate it, man. All right, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go grab some coffee. 2 seconds.
We just figured out the first song. Right.
All right, I'm back. Oh, look at that! People left when I left. Huh? Awesome, awesome. Just shows like on Twitch, you need constant engagement. I think. All right. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna build a rock paper scissors game. We've linked that stuff. I think I'll probably start with JS first, and then do this stuff later on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and get it working in the console first, and once that is done, we'll then see if we can make it work on the browser. Zaddy Bags, yo, what's going on, man? Oh good, oh good. Today I started off doing the new stuff, and then people were like, "No, man, just build a project." So we're gonna try and build rock paper scissors. Ridiculous step by step. I mean, we don't really need a thing, right? Rock paper scissors. Yeah, the three options: rock beats paper, rock beats scissors, paper beats rock, and scissor beats paper, right? And then, yeah, okay. So, how do you start? I think it probably makes sense to first write what I need to do first, and then you go back and the viewers. Yeah, look at that. That's weird, huh? That's weird. I don't know if the same people came back or if it's different people, but yeah, Twitch is anyway. It's a little drop for the new viewers. All right, so let's go in. What we need? So we need there's gonna be two players, right? The user and the computer. Two players. Player A is gonna be the user. Player B, we both missed. Player B is gonna be the computer, right? How many rounds should we go? Best of 3? Best of 5? We do best of 5. Best of 5 game rules, probably. Alright, game rules. Best of 5. The player. High score wins. In this case, we need minimum of 3, right? Well, not minimum. Whoever gets 3 first wins. 3, yeah. 3 first wins. So that means, what do we need to track? I guess for that. So we need to keep track of a running total score, right? And I think we're gonna need to do that for both players. So it'll be separate total score for player A and B. What else do we need? We need a way for the. Okay, what do we need to build? I guess running total score. Need a way for the player to take their turn. You got this, or do you? I don't know, man. I think we got this. Yeah, I think we know enough to build this at this point. We'll see. So 2 players use a computer. Game rules specify. Player with the highest score wins. Basically, whoever gets the first 3. What do we do? We need a running total score. And the total score has to be separate for A and B because we're gonna have the counter, and then once, yeah, a way for player to take the turn, and then total score plus on the win. A way to determine let's call it rounds, right? Who won the round? And who won the round? And then whoever wins total score plus on win, right? Who won the round is going to be rock beats paper. Paper beats paper beats no, just rock. No, sorry, paper beats rock. Rock beats scissors, and that's it, right? And it just goes in a loop. So you can have each turn you can have either one of these 3 options: rock, paper, scissors. Right, and I guess we also need to temporarily store that for the round somewhere. And then probably reset it. Oh, I landed 49. Nice. Reset this at the start of each round. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Okay, let's start building. Can I do const win? Marble. Alright, const win. This is for the running total score. Yeah. Actually, let's name it total score. Alright, that's what we need. We need I don't know, maybe const P. P is paper, so I don't have to type in every some time. I have no idea if I need this or not right now. Scissors, okay. Do I create a const with the player? I have no idea. Const player A equals user. It's computer. Total score. Alright. A way for the player to take their turn. I think that would be a function. Or what do we call it? Function round. Let's call it rounds. Function rounds. Okay, and that takes in, what does it take in? Function rounds. It's gonna take in a, what do we need to do? So when I take a round, I get something and I'm going to total score. Total score. Oh yeah, we need this. We need to store somewhere to compare. Cons player A round. I have no idea if this is a good practice to write it like this. Player A round score. Initialize to 0. I guess that'll be let because that's gonna change. Compare round score. Don't worry about the good practice. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so we have a total score. We got all this stuff. We got round score, computer round score. Player A is that. Player B is that. Okay, so each round is going to run a function round. Function rounds is going to take in. Okay, I think we need to give it 2 parameters, right? So it needs to know if it's a user. Yeah, user. And then, I don't know, P or R, PS. I'm going to type in PRS for now. Right, paper, rock, or scissors, whatever that's going to be. And then if PRs, oh, I need to compare it to. All right, let's just do one case. If PRS is P, and then we need to run it for the computer and see what the PRS is going to be. There also needs to be a way to track this here too. Papers better than rocks. Rock is bigger than scissors, scissors is bigger than paper. That would be the deciding thing. Okay, let's see. I know for one thing we'll be doing either round score plus plus, or we'll be doing computer round score plus, depending on whoever wins, right? We'll be doing something like that, but how do I know how I'm gonna get P, R, or S, right? Okay, way to determine da. Okay, how do we get that? It also has to be randomized too, because map it to an object of win conditions. Ooh, look at that. So these are the win conditions, right? Okay, first of all, I'm gonna do PRS thing. I don't know what to call it. Function PRS random. Piece that. Maybe we can use some maths, right? Execute. Do some numbers, and if the number becomes 1, assign a paper. If the number becomes 2, rock. If it's 3, something like that. Like assign some values. Look at that, math of random. The first thing that popped up. We need a random number. There we go. Which turns a floating point. Hey, but floating point's back, so we need to times it by 100 or something to make it not float. Because then I would get like, okay, math random function returns a floating point pseudo random number in the range 0 to less than 1. 0 to less than 1 with approximately uniform distribution. Read the demo. Where's the demo? Oh, this one. Oh, math of floor, math of random times math of floor max 0, 1, and 2. Okay. PRS. Yeah, PRS. Alright, let's do max. Return math dot floor. Math dot floor. What is that? Math dot floor. Math random. I'm just gonna copy that. Math that times math dot floor max. Alright, so if I go in here now and do PRS max 4, because the maximum has to be 3. Hey, look at that. There we go. We got the random numbers. So, alright, okay. Alright, so we're going to say let number equals that. And then if condition, I think if number equals 1. Whoa. Return P. Okay, does that work? Look at that, dude. We're on it. Paper, scissors. Oh man, there's rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, we just built a mini program, dude. Okay. All right. I don't know why it works, but it works. Why does this work? Map to floor, map to random. I want to know why it's doing 1, 2, or 3. So math.random function returns a floating point in the range of 0 to less than 1, inclusive of 0. Okay. Looks like floor is then doing something to it. Again, yeah, let's just check that out real quick. You haven't saved? Oh. Okay, saved it. Right, okay. So return the number between 0 and 1. Okay. And then I'm guessing times math of floor max. No number, okay. Math of floor. I mean, we need to give it a max too. Hey, you see that? So if I do 1, if I do 2, if I do 2 is timing this number by 2, so it never gets to 3. Okay, 4's weird. Yeah, okay. So yeah, setting the maximum, it was setting the limit, and then floor. What's floor doing? Did we look at this? I don't know if we look at it. Math floor returns the largest integer less than or equal to a given number. So 5.955, 5.95. Oh, I remember looking at this. So it doesn't do yeah, so you see the dot at the top of the next. Oh, somewhere here. Okay. Ah, does that mean it hasn't saved? Interesting. Interesting, thank you. So this doesn't round up or down, it just straight up just gives you the number that pulls up in here. That's what floor does. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. So now we have a way for it to generate. Okay, it's not get random. PRS, right? Maybe also set the max here. Const max equals 4. So let's do that. Yeah. All right. So we have a way to find rock, paper, scissors on the users thing. We needed to run report from report from the mountain. What's going on, man? I think this arg has a higher chance of giving S than the other two options. Yeah, it does. Look at that. Paper. All right. That's something to note. I think I'm going to worry about that later on. I just want to see if I can make this work first. But we will come back and then re-optimize at the end after we have a working model. Seems to give more scissors than rock or paper. Yeah, maybe because what scissors? Scissors is 3. The maximum is 4. I think it's the floor function that's doing that. Do PRS 3 not 4? You'd have to use 0, 1, 2, 1 to 3. Okay. Scissors, rock, paper, rock, scissors. 4 in a row. 5. 6. All right, somewhat random now. I just gave scissors in a row for some reason, but whatever. I'm happy with that for now. All right, so we have rock paper scissors, and this thing's gonna print out if it's rock paper or scissors. And then now we're gonna do user PRS, and in this case, all right. So we're calling a function within the rounds thing. Does it know it's a function though? Okay. So my idea with rounds was I was gonna pass in if it was a user. Yeah, maybe you need to push PRS in there. Maybe you just go if it's a user, then PRS max is gonna run the PRS max. Let user round score. Okay. Round score equals PRS max. Does that make sense? User is not defined, of course. Play array. Just undefined. Console.log. Okay, plus plus. What is it adding to, right? Only makes sense if you want the user to pick a random option. That is also true. So when I do that, yeah, it's going to randomly spit out rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, so maybe we could do this for computers, because computers just gonna we can do a random thing for the computer. But for the user, you can select paper, rock, or scissors, and then right, yeah. You're right. We would want. Right, so they put in either P, R, or S in there, which is paper, rock, or scissors. So if they, okay, if they put in P, mm, how do I tell it? Okay, all right. But I don't want to make three different functions like P, or can I just make one? So if you have PR, maybe we can have different. Okay, so for example, if we did that, P would do that, and then I go rock, chose rock the next. It would need to reset every run too, right? Recommend radio buttons. Okay. Yeah, well, I'll worry about the buttons and the HTML afterwards. I want to see if I can get it functioning in the console first, and then yeah, radio buttons for sure. I'm trying to think how am I going to determine who's going to win based on paper, rock, or scissors? Yeah, okay, let's do that. User input. I think we're gonna need. We'll just go to input for now. Why does it not like that? Oh, spell it wrong. So if the user selects P, then user input equals P. Empty string. Missing initializers. Okay, whatever. Okay, it's an empty string. Assign P, which should be paper, to user input. P is 1. Don't need 3 functions, just 2. One function take user input, another compare against computer's move. You can have a win condition P R R S S P. Man, this is like the thing from yesterday. The Roman numerals kind of stuff. Equals value. Okay. Is P a thing? Okay. Rock's gonna make a rock. Okay, so that's what the user's gonna do. Oh, the DNA strands. The DNA of Rochambeau and Silas. Yeah, it's just like the DNA one. Okay, the round score is actually going to be based on the win. We're going to count that up in one, right? So this doesn't make sense right here. Maybe we're going to name a user round so it makes more sense. Detection of value, they can either put in P, R, or S. Paper, rock, or scissors. Console log and input. Okay, so this is working. All right, so once that is done, we got the value, right? And then we need to then run the function PRS after that to get the user to get the computer input, right? So can I run the second function straight after it? Can't recall if I can do this or not. PRS max. Right, so basically it needs to run like one user selects P R O S, store this in user input, and then 2 run function PRS max and store that in computer input, and then 3 compare those two compare those two and see who wins. Yeah. And then count, increase either this or this by 1, depending on whoever wins. Increase that or that. Alright, that's what we need to do. So function user round, we got the value in already. That's going to collect that. We've got the input. Man, can you run function within other functions? Yes, you can. We did that yesterday. Okay, if the number is equals 1, let's return. I don't think it's a return. It should be computer input equals P. Is already declared on 37. But I'm not using it anywhere else here though. I don't know why it's giving me that. Computer input. Computer input. Okay, no idea why I did that anyway. So I'm gonna pick scissors. Rounds is not defined. Okay, where's rounds? Oh. Oh, I changed to user round. Okay. User round. And user's gonna select paper. Right, I'm gonna run that. Okay, so user input is now paper, but computer input didn't get changed. Do I need to return? Okay. Callbacks. Callbacks are functions that slipped while passing on the function to the side. And invocation of that. So to do a callback, I need to put it in here. Nested functions. Function A, function B. Click on the button called nested function. Okay. Maybe. Does that even make sense? It's three functions within each other. Nah, it's the same problem as the last one. Okay. So I've got a user around P, right, which is going to log. Yeah, that can go away right now. So one function is going to assign whatever the user put in into the user input. And then I've got function PRS max. Yeah. this one, which is going to assign. Okay. Let me check if it is actually doing this. If I console log computer input. Oh, I guess it won't because I've already returned it. All right, so if I did console log that, yeah, it's just gonna assign scissors to that. Yo, what's up, Abs? How's it going? So if I do that, not round, I'm change it. User round is what I've changed it to, right? Okay, so now I've got two things. But I need it to do so once a user does this stuff, it then needs to run this automatically. Right? And then we'll have the two values, and then I need to compare it against this one, and then let me know who wins. And then once it's win, just got back from work. It has been a while, man. How the fuck's what are you making? Wow, I see you finished. Yeah, we finished the JavaScript stuff. That took a while, but it's done. So right now I'm building a rock paper scissors stuff, but I'm running into all kinds of issues. Like I've forgotten my basics. How do you? Maybe we can have an if statement or something. So if user round is non-defined, something like that. Is that actually true? Let me see. So if I console the log, oh, it's not user round, it's user input, right? User input. That should be undefined. Okay, because we didn't run anything through. What about you, man? How far did you get along with your JavaScript stuff? Okay, we might be onto something. So that's what it is. And then because it's undefined, and then if user round is not undefined, but also that doesn't make sense. How would I make sure it invokes that one? Have you finished it as well? Cool. So what are you up to next? Even listeners in that? Okay, nice. Yeah, Bert gave me a quick crash course in that earlier today. Innocent program change the background color. Ah, nice. That's awesome, man. Where's Bird? He needs to explain async. Oh wait, async. Oh, that's what it is. To run multiple things at the same time. Okay, async function JavaScript. Alright, that's what I needed. Let me see. Function resolve 2-second. Return new promise resolve. What is that? Why does it need a sync for? It needs the same node. Yeah, undefined. Okay. All right, maybe back to rounds. Yeah, we're gonna do that round, that, and then we're gonna do the if statement in here, and then I'm gonna put another function inside it because that's the only way I know how to call two things, one of the other. Right? If that is not that, then function maybe not even a function, then we just call this 3 return computer input equals p. Okay, we can run that. So we're gonna give it round is p. User round is not defined, of course, because I changed the name. User paper. User round is not defined. Oh, it's not gonna be user round. It's gonna be user input. Hey, did we do it? Did we do it? So now console log user input, console log computer input. Is that gonna be scissors? Oh, what am I doing? Computer input. Hey, okay. I think we hacked it. It's working. I always miss. I feel you. Oh, wait, what's going on? I want to leave this job, man. I've been good recently, and then there's uni. What's your job? Royal Mail, but it's to get some income. Oh, nice. Royal Mail. I didn't know you could do part-time Royal Mail. Really good using IDEO computer input, user input. Alright, awesome. Yeah, if statement takes care of that. So, okay, we just have one big round. Function round takes the user input, which is going to be the value, whatever value, and then we're going to assign the value to the user input variable. Console log user paper. Does this do console log even though it's return ready? It's not highlighted. I don't think it will because I've done the return thing. Let's try it. Round P. Maybe it does because I put return. All right, we'll just put it here for now and we can change it later, right? Computer. Let's see. We're gonna do scissors this time. User scissors, and then the thingy got paper. Let's do paper this time. All right, cool. I think we have two things. The computer input equals whatever. This is important. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see if it was doing it. For some reason, it doesn't want to do it. Oh, I need to concat. No console log. Just want to see if it's working. Not a number. I mean, I guess you can't concatenate because it's not a string. Oh, it does. Look at that. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so we have randomized value for rock, paper, scissors. All right, cool. So now that we have those, now we need to compare and do some kind of do the who's gonna win, who's gonna lose magic. What's your plan now that you finished FreecodeCamp JS? Right. So right now, we're building rock paper scissors to get practice. All right. Here's the plan. Here is the plan. And the plan was to finish the front end library stuff, but people were like, no, let's build some projects. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish this one off, rock paper scissors, and then each stream after that. The first hour will be just be practicing the generic CSS HTML stuff, and then we'll finish off the front end libraries, and then start building the projects. Yeah, that's the plan. Now I use console log, but outside of the function. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to use inside and it was messing it up. Okay. And before the console, I was called roundx. Alright, man. Time of work. Gotta sleep. Alright, man. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your evening or night. Enjoy your sleep. Every time you refresh the page, it will give you a new game result. I don't know if you actually meant roundx. No, that'd be another function, right? Okay, why is it doing that? Okay. Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. So at this point, we should have user input and computer input. Perfect. Unless it's for you to do something like round scissors. Okay. All right. So at this point, we've got those two. Now, yeah, we have these two, not input, but input. So now determine who won the round, right? Determine who won the round. And okay, this is where my knowledge is a bit iffy. So how do I use that to determine who wins? Okay. I think if statement, if user input how do I use that? So basically this means if you get paper, then it beats rock. If you get rock, then it beats scissors, right? If you beat scissors, then it beats, so that's the value pair. And for that to work, you should get rid of other code will not work. Oh, you mean here? Okay. Man, I'm starting to get hungry now. How long? We've been streaming for 4 hours. Yeah, I'm about to go get dinner. I might have to go get dinner soon. Come back and continue. Okay. Pizza time. Yeah. But I'll be back in half. But before we leave, I just wanna understand what I'm doing here. So if user input, I have no idea how I'm gonna use this, man. I could manually go at 3. There's only 3 scenarios, right? If user input equals P and computer input. Let's say, yeah, this is bad. This is bad. There's no point of hard coding it like that. I need to be able to use this somehow reference. That's what the save button is for. The save button. Button sets user input, but he's now talking about the part of the code which computes the outcome. Right. So this value is going to be whatever button they're going to click, right? So I'm going to figure that out. I think that's done. But right now, how do I figure out who wins? I don't know how to, because I could hard code all the different scenarios. There isn't that many, right? So there's only 3 different results you could have. So there's only 9 different scenarios, I think. You know the save button? You can go away and come back. Save button. You can have a win condition mapped like that. Oh, right. Okay, it's saved. Oh, you're talking about the food thing. Yeah, okay. Well, before I leave, I just want to... Okay, I want to test this condition first. Does this work? If user input is P, computer input is R, paper beats rock. Does paper beat rock? Man, I can't even think now. Does paper beat rock? Paper does beat rock because it wraps around the rock. Yeah. Then user, what is it? We got a count here somewhere. User round score plus plus. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna run paper. Round P and undefined. Oh, we got rid of the console logs, so I have no way for me to know right now. And you don't need to check for all conditions you don't win in. You only need to check the ones that you do. But there are three outcomes. Win, draw, loss. Correct. Draw is easy to account for if user input is computer input. Then win object at the top has already got all the win conditions. The win object may or may not give you the idea of how to solve this, but from what I see, it does not contain sufficient information to rival. I think you can hard code each outcome and then afterwards you can observe repetition patterns and only then simplify it. Okay. Yeah, okay, that sounds like a plan. Because, yeah, the DNA's thing, if you told me to give a number and how confident I am, I'm probably like 30% confident and how to actually play around with this. So, okay. Yeah, we'll hard code the solution and after the words figure out how to not hard code it. So I want to see. Hey, look at that. So this must mean the user got yeah, this must mean the computer input equaled R. So if I do console.log computer input, that must be rock, yeah, so I won. And then if I console.log score, what's the score? User run score. That should be 1. Okay, so wait, should I go in the run score or should I go to total score? Okay, okay. I just need to repeat the same thing for all the different variations and then we'll know what it is, and then after all of that. Oh, I also needed to do something. Yeah, this is how we usually abstract things. So first do it the dumb way and then figure out how to be clever. Alright, sounds good. Okay, I feel good that this thing here works. So I just need to hard code it and then figure out. But for now I'm starving, man. So 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm gonna go grab some food. I'll be back in like half an hour. Yeah, we're gonna stream here. So again, thanks all. Hopefully you guys will be around and come back and finish this off. But yeah, take care guys. I'll be back in half an hour.